Okay, I want to wrap up the binomial distribution calculations and then we can move on to the next thing. So it's actually easy to understand also in Excel. So let's set up a new calculation doing exactly that calculation, okay? As in the textbook, you go to any cell, you go to the function, and you type binomial distribution, okay? Mine pops up already. So the number of successes, in the textbook, we're asked to have a number of successes of 1 head in 10 fails, okay? In 10 trials. Number of trials is 10. Probability, if we're doing a coin, then obviously it's going to be 0.5. And cumulative, we're going to put in false. And this, I imagine, is for if the odds, I don't know what it means. I've got guesses, but I could be wrong. So let's just say false, as they ask us to do. And we can see there that our answer is going to be basically 1 in 1,000. Number of trial, if you say the number of successes is 2, you throw the heads twice in 10 throws. Okay, you'll see that it becomes 0.43. Okay, number of successes is 0. You throw it 10 times and you don't get a head even once. Okay, it's going to be 1 in 10,000. All right, so there are all your different odds. Now what I've already done is I copied this formula into there, and then I just changed that first number there to get all of the different possibilities, okay, as in the textbook on page 45. And when you do that, you can turn that into a chart like this, and you can see that it's got a normal distribution, and that the most likely outcome is to get 5 heads out of 10 throws, and that the odds of that are just under a quarter, okay? And then to get 4 heads or to get 6 heads, the odds are the same, and it's roughly 2. So if you add, what are the odds of getting between 4 and 6 heads? It's about 2 plus 2 plus 2.5 out of 10, which is what? 6.65 out of 1. So approximately 65% chance of getting in that range, which you will also notice is like a standard distribution is 0.68. So this is very much a normal curve of possible outcomes. All right. So to add, so in the textbook, they give the next question that follows on from this is simply, what's the probability of coming up with 4 or less heads in 10 flips of the coin? In other words, what's the probability of getting one of these outcomes? Okay, so if you add all these up, sum 0.37. Okay, so you would just to say, okay, to get this side, if you were to get any of these outcomes, the odds of getting these outcomes would be a total of 0.37, around 40%, which makes sense because that's 40% of the possible outcomes, right? Okay. Obviously, I suppose the curve will be very different for different numbers. So the next thing we're going to look at is cumulative probabilities. And that we're going to use a different kind of diagram for. So I want to stop this here, and then we'll go on to the next one. Okay, I hope this helps.